Is dependency theory still relevant? Have you ever wondered why some countries seem to struggle economically while others thrive? This question leads us to dependency theory, particularly in the context of Latin America. So, is dependency theory still relevant today? Dependency theory emerged as a way to explain the ongoing economic challenges faced by Latin American countries. Despite their attempts to modernize and industrialize, many of these nations remain as economically dependent on wealthier countries. This theory suggests that Latin America exports raw materials and cheap labor to developed nations, which then sell manufactured goods back at high prices. This cycle creates a dependency that hinders Latin America's ability to grow independently. The theory argues that the underdevelopment of Latin America is not due to internal issues, but rather the result of external economic dynamics. Wealth extraction by foreign companies and unequal trade relations keep these countries in a subordinate position. Many Latin Americans experience this firsthand, as their natural resources and labor are often exploited to benefit foreign economies. This situation reinforces economic inequality within the region. Today, even with globalization and new trade partners like China, the core ideas of dependency theory still hold true. Latin America continues to rely heavily on exporting raw materials while importing finished goods. This reliance limits economic sovereignty and development opportunities. Neoliberal policies and financial globalization have intensified some aspects of dependency, leading to labor exploitation and environmental damage, which further deepens social inequalities. Marxist interpretations of dependency theory are also important for understanding current political and social movements in Latin America. These interpretations highlight how capitalist systems perpetuate economic dependence and social exploitation, especially in agriculture and labor markets. This perspective helps explain ongoing issues like inequality and the rise of resistance movements demanding economic justice. In practical terms, dependency theory informs political discussions and policy debates across Latin America. It supports calls for economic diversification and regional integration, aiming to reduce reliance on foreign capital. It also encourages social reforms that focus on labor rights and environmental protection. Dependency theory remains a useful framework for understanding the economic and social realities of Latin America. It captures the ongoing patterns of external dependence and internal challenges that shape the region's development. From a Latin cultural perspective, it validates historical experiences of exploitation and supports efforts toward economic autonomy and social justice.